a Wikividi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Tigres UNL. Club de Fútbol Tigres de la Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León, or simply Tigres UNL, is a Mexican football club based in San Nicolás de los Garza, a city in the Monterrey metropolitan area, Mexico, and one of the most successful teams of the Liga MX in recent years. Founded in 1960, the club has spent most of its history in Liga MX, the top tier of the Mexican Football League system. The club had their first major success in the 1975-76 season, becoming the first team from the state of Nuevo León to win a trophy by conquering the Copa MX. In the 1977-78, they won their first Liga MX championship. Tigres has won the Liga MX 6 times, and the Copa MX 3 times. The team was the 2015 Copa Libertadores runner-up, losing the finals against River Plate. Tigres is the official team of the public university of the state of Nuevo León, the Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León. Their home is the 41,650 capacity Estadio Universitario, located inside the university complex in San Nicolás de los Garza. The team's traditional kit colors are gold and blue. It is one of the two professional football teams of Nuevo León. Tigres have a fierce rivalry with Monterrey, with whom they have contested the Clásico Regiomontano since 1974. Birth, promotion to Primera División, Cup and League champions. Club de Fútbol Tigres de la Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León was founded on the 7th of March 1960. They previously were named the Jabatos de Nuevo León. In 1967, their venue, the Estadio Universitario, was built. In the 1973-74 season, José Che Gómez guided the team to the title and promotion to the Primera División de México, now Liga MX. They defeated the Leones Negros de la Universidad de Guadalajara for 3-2. In the 1975-76, Tigres won their first domestic cup, the Copa México, against America after winning 3-2. Under the command of Uruguayan coach Carlos Milek and players such as Tomás Boy and Geronimo Barbadillo, for the 1977-78 season Tigres aimed to the league championship. In the quarterfinals of the Liguilla, they defeated Estudiantes Ticos by 1-0 and 3-2. In the semi-finals Tigres defeated Cruz Azul 0-1 and 3-0. In the finals they defeated UNAM 2-0 and 1-1. Tigres made their best season ever with 48 points in the 1978-79, but did not reach the finals. In the 1979-80 season, Tigres made it to the finals against Cruz Azul. In the first leg, Cruz Azul won 1-0 at the Estadio Universitario. And in the second leg, at the Estadio Azteca, Tigres, although down 3-0 at one point, rallied back to ensure a 3-3 draw. Nonetheless, Tigres still lost the finals by an aggregate scoreline of 4-3. In the 1981-82 season, they won their second league championship against Atlante at the Estadio Azteca. In the quarterfinals of postseason, they tied with Guadalajara 1-1 and 1-1. In the semifinals, they defeated America 2-0 and 0-1, and in the finals they tied 2-1 and 0-1 against Atlante. Tigres won by penalty shootout ending 3-1. In the 1983-84, they lost in quarter-finals against Pumas UNAM 1-0, 0-3. In the 1986-87 season, they lost in the semi-finals against Monarcas Morelia 3-2 and 0-2. In the 1989-90 season, meanwhile, Tigres finished the tournament as the first place of their group with 40 points and went to Liguilla. They lost in quarter-finals by 3-2 and 1-3 against Club Universidad de Guadalajara. In 1990, Tigres lost the finals of the 1989-90 Copa Mexico against Puebla. In the 1992-93 season, they earned 44 points and went to playoffs. In the quarterfinals, Tigres lost 0-2 and 2-4 against Club León. Relegation, quick return to Primera División, 2001 and 2003 runner-up. In 1996, Tigres hired the Chilean international forward Claudio Núñez, and after several years of ups and downs the team won their second domestic cup, defeating Atlas by 2-1, but were relegated to Primera División A, now Ascenso MX. because of negative results of past seasons. Note that the Mexican League uses a percentage-based relegation system, in which the team with the worst performance percentage by year is relegated. Under the command of Victor Manuel Vucetich, the team qualified to playoffs in 1996, but, because of the relegation, they were unable to compete. After some negotiations, the administration of the team was given for 10 years to Sinergia Deportiva, a trust holder run by Cemex. In 1997, after 2 consecutive Primera División championships, the team returned to the Primera División. In 1998, Tigres hired international striker Luis Hernandez. Under the command of the Brazilian coach Ricardo Ferretti, Tigres finished the Verano 2001 season in the 4th place with 27 points and secured postseason. In the quarterfinals, Tigres lost by 3-1 and 2-2 against Puebla. In the Inverno 2001 season, Tigres finished the tournament as leader with 36 points. In the playoffs, they beat Santos Laguna in the quarterfinals 1-1 and 3-0. In the semifinals, they tied with Cruz Azul 1-1, and, because of the 36 points they achieved in the tournament, they went to the next stage. In the finals, Tigres lost 2-0 and 1-1 against Pachuca in the Estadio Universitario. In June 2002, the talented Argentine attacking midfielder Walter Gaitán was hired, a player that later would become an icon of the team. In the Clausura 2003, Tigres finished the tournament as the 4th place with 34 points, and went to postseason. In the quarterfinals, they defeated Toluca by 2-1 and 2-2 for an aggregate of 4-3. In the semifinals, Tigres lost against arch-rival Monterrey. In the first game they lost by 4-1, while in the second Tigres won 2-1 for an aggregate score of 5-3. After the loss, coach Ricardo Ferretti was fired. On the Apertura 2003, now under the command of Argentine coach Nery Pumpido, Tigres finished the tournament as leader now with 38 points. In the playoffs, they tied 1-0 and 1-2 with Cruz Azul in the quarterfinals. In the semifinals, they faced Toluca, who was now under the command of Ricardo Ferretti, and defeated them 0-1 and 2-0. In the finals, Tigres lost 1-3 and 1-0 once more against Pachuca in the Estadio Universitario. In the Clausura 2004, Argentine striker Andrés Silveira finished the tournament as one of the top goal scorers, but Tigres ended in 12th place and missed the playoffs. That same tournament they scored the biggest result in a Clásico Regiomontano, beating arch-rival Monterrey 6-2. In October 2004, Sinergia Deportiva purchased the rights to a franchise in the Missile called the Monterrey Tigres. However, due to conflicts with the previous Missile franchise, Monterrey Fury, the team elected not to complete the purchase of the team, and the Missile terminated the indoor franchise in December 2004. In the Clausura 2005, Tigres went to postseason and tied with Monarcas Morelia 2-2 and 2-2 in the quarterfinals, and Morelia went to the next stage because of the points they achieved in the regular season. In the Apertura 2005, Walter Gaitán finished the season as the top scorer of the tournament, and Tigres went to playoffs in 8th place. In the quarterfinals, under the command of the iconic Osvaldo Batucletti, Tigres played the historical Aztecazo away to describe a difficult victory over America or the Mexico national team in their venue, the Estadio Azteca. In the first game, Tigres lost in the Estadio Universitario by a 1-3 score. Against all odds, however, they defeated America in the second game 4-1, for an aggregate scoreline of 5-4, leaving America out of the postseason. In the semifinals, Tigres drew Monterrey after 1-0 and 1-2 scorelines, although Monterrey progressed to the next round because of the points in the tournament. On the 3rd of August 2006, Cemex, the company that controls Tigres, celebrated its first 100 years with a match between Tigres and Barcelona in Monterrey. The game ended with the locals losing by 3-0. Cindy Balderas of Tigres scored an own goal. Ronaldinho scored with a free kick and later passed to Ether Gutjohnson for a third goal. Tigres finished the Clausura 2007 season as 8th with 23 points, securing playoffs. Tigres lost in quarter-finals against Guadalajara 3-1 and 3-2. In December 2007, Tigres hired who would become the last idol of the team, the skilled Argentine attacking midfielder Lucas Lobos. On the 19th of July 2008, Tigres played Atletico Madrid as their official presentation for the Apertura 2008 tournament. Atletico opened the score with goals from John Heitinga and Diego Forlan, for a sturdy 2-0 in favor of the Spanish side. Tigres responded well to this, for Blas Perez and Manuel Viniegra tied the game 2-2. In the Apertura 2008, under the command of Manuel Lapuente, Tigres ended the tournament as 6th place and qualified for the playoffs. They tied in the quarter-finals against Atlante 1-1 and 1-1, though Atlante progressed to semi-finals because they finished the regular season higher than Tigres, in 3rd place. Risk of relegation, 3rd Ferretti era, Team of the Decade. In 2010, Santiago Martinez presided over the team's worst season in the past few years. On the 27th of March 2010, after their 7th loss in the season, and with only 25% effectiveness, the fans and media heavily criticized coach Daniel Guzman. Eventually, Martinez was fired and replaced by a former president of the team, Alejandro Rodriguez. He signed Ricardo Ferretti as the head coach for the 3rd time, upon which the face of the team changed completely. Tigres was saved from relegation and became one of the most competitive teams in the league, with the adherence of Argentine winger Damian Alvarez, Brazilian attacking midfielder Danilinho and Chilean striker Hector Moncia to captain Lucas Lobos. The offensive line of Tigres became the so-called Cuatro Fantásticos. In the Clausura 2011 season, Tigres finished the tournament as leader with 35 points and as the best defense in the history of the short seasons, allowing only 9 goals in 17 games. Tigres faced Guadalajara in the postseason. In the first leg of the quarter-finals, Tigres lost 3-1, while in the second they tied to 1-1 at the Estadio Universitario. With an aggregate score of 4-2, Tigres was eliminated. On the Apertura 2011, Tigres hired Carlos Salcedo and was the best defense again, this time allowing 13 goals in 17 games. In playoffs, they faced old rival Pachuca. In the first leg of quarter-finals, Tigres defeated Pachuca by 1-0, while in the second they won 3-0 at the Estadio Universitario for an aggregate score of 4-0. In the semi-finals, Tigres beat Querétaro 1-0 in the second leg after a 0-0 draw in the first. In the finals, they faced Santos Laguna. In the first leg, Tigres won 1-0 in Torreon with goal from Damian Alvarez. On the 11th of December 2011, with goals from Hector Moncia, Danilinho, and Alan Pulido, Tigres won 3-1 at the Estadio Universitario, becoming champion for the 3rd time after 29 years. For the Clausura 2012, Tigres hired Brazilian forward Edno and midfielder Elias Hernandez. The season ended with Tigres in 5th place, securing postseason. In the quarter-finals, they beat Monarcas Morelia 1-0 at the Estadio Universitario with goal from Hector Moncia, while in the second leg, they triumphed 4-1 in Morelia with goals from Hugo Ayala, Edno, Lucas Lobos, and Elias Hernandez. The aggregate score was 5-1. In semi-finals, they faced old rival Santos Laguna. In the first leg, at the Estadio Universitario, the teams drew 1-1, with Lobos scoring for Tigres. In the second, after a total domain of Tigres, and winning 2-0 with goals of Moncia, Santos tied dramatically 2-2 with goals from Oribe Peralta in the 87th and 90th minutes. With an aggregate score of 3-3, Santos progressed to the next phase, because they had finished the regular season in first place. In the Apertura 2012, Tigres replaced Hector Moncia with Spanish forward Luis Garcia. Tigres finished in 12th place, thus missing playoffs. Tigres brought an experienced Argentine striker Emmanuel Villa while Danilinho returned from his loan to Brazil, giving the team a highly offensive power for the Clausura 2013 season. The regular season ended with Tigres as the leader, with 35 points and only 2 defeats. Querétaro was the 8th placed and meant to be the rival of Tigres, but was relegated to Ascenso MX, so Monterrey was dragged to postseason. In the away leg of quarterfinals, Monterrey defeated Tigres 1-0 in a game where Monterrey had less ball possession and offensive plays. In the second game, Tigres had to win by 1-0 or by a 2-goal advantage. Because of the away goals rule, Tigres came out aggressive and Danilinho scored a goal early in the game. Minutes later, with the game totally handled by Tigres, Israel Jimenez scored an own goal that tied the game at 1-1, and Tigres lost with an aggregate score of 2-1. For the Apertura 2013 tournament, Tigres hired midfielders Guido Pizarro and Edgar Lugo. Finishing the tournament in 8th place, the team went to playoffs. In quarterfinals, they faced America, leaders of the tournament and reigning champions. In the home game at the Estadio Universitario, they tied by 2-2, with Guido Pizarro and Alan Pulido scoring for Tigres. In the away game, at the Estadio Azteca, the teams drew at 1-1, leaving Tigres out of the postseason. After the game, coach Ricardo Ferretti criticized the work of the referee, claiming that America is the only team in the world that plays with 12 men. Tigres hired Colombian winger Hernan Dario Bourbon, defender Jorge Ivan Estrada and Argentine striker Emmanuel Herrera for the Clausura 2014 tournament, but finished the season in 14th place, missing the playoffs. On the 9th of April 2014, Tigres won the Clausura 2014 Copa MX against Tolebrijes de Oaxaca 3-0 at the Estadio Universitario. Ricardo Ferretti became the first coach in Mexico to win a league and cup title with the same team. By winning the Clausura 2014 Copa MX, Tigres secured the Supercopa MX and faced Monarcas Morelia, winners of the Apertura 2013 Copa MX. Tigres lost the 2014 Supercopa MX against Morelia and failed to qualify to the following year's Copa Libertadores as Mexico 3. For the Apertura 2014 tournament, Tigres hired the Argentine goalkeeper Nahuel Guzman, American striker Herculez Gomez, Argentine striker Marco Ruben, Ecuadorian winger Joffrey Garon, young defender Antonio Briceño and the international Uruguayan midfielder Egidio Arevalo Rios. Tigres finished the regular season in second place with 31 points, securing postseason. In quarterfinals, Tigres tied by 1-1 and 1-1 against Pachuca for an aggregate of 2-2. In semi-finals, Tigres drew against Toluca 0-0 in both games. On the 11th of December 2014, in the first match of the finals against America, Tigres won 1-0 with goal of Joffrey Garon at the Estadio Universitario. On the 14th of December, in the second game, Tigres lost 3-0 at the Estadio Azteca in a controversial match where Hernan Dario Bourbon, Damian Alvarez, and goalkeeper Nahuel Guzman were sent off on red cards, leaving Tigres with 8 men. Tigres lost the finals by an aggregate of 3-1. Tigres hired Brazilian forward Rafael Sobis and finished the Clausura 2015 regular season in first place with 29 points, earning a ticket to playoffs. In the away game of the quarterfinals against Santos Laguna, Tigres tied 1-1 with goal of Garon at the Estadio Corona. In the home game, Tigres lost 1-0. With an aggregate score of 1-2, Tigres was eliminated. For the Apertura 2015 season, the team brought in wingers Jurgen Damm and Javier Aquino and the international French striker André-Pierre Gignac. Tigres finished the season in 5th place with 28 points, best defense allowing 16 goals and securing playoffs. Gignac scored 11 goals in the regular season, the highest number for a Tigres player in the first season. In postseason, with goals from Gignac and Damian Alvarez, Tigres won the first quarter-final leg 2-1 against Jaguares de Chiapas at the Estadio Universitario. In the second leg, they won 1-0 at Chiapas again with a goal of Gignac. In the semi-finals against Toluca, Tigres won the away leg 2-0 with goals of Damian Alvarez and Javier Aquino after a 0-0 draw in the first. Tigres reached to the finals against UNAM. In the home leg, with goals of Gignac, via penalty kick, Aquino and Rafael Sobis, Tigres won by 3-0, while in the second leg, at the Estadio Olímpico Universitario, UNAM won 3-0. With the aggregate score at 3-3, the game went to extra time. In the 103rd minute, Gignac scored the 1-3 goal, making the aggregate scoreline 4-3. With only 1 minute left of extra time remaining, however, Unum scored the 4-1 goal and equalised the aggregate scoreline at 4-4, sending the match to a penalty shootout. Gignac shot the first for Tigres, converting, and with similar conversions from Juninho, Rivas, and Israel Jimenez, Tigres prevailed 4-2 to defeat Pumas and claim the Liga MX Apertura 2015 championship in dramatic fashion. The team hired the Argentine attacking midfielder Lucas Celerón, Paraguayan striker Fernando Fernandez, and resigned Chilean striker Hector Moncia after his departure in 2012 for the Clausura 2016 season. Gignac scored 13 goals in regular season, and finished as the top goal scorer of the tournament. Tigres finished the Clausura 2016 season in 8th place with 24 points, securing playoffs, where they would face Monterrey. There, Tigres lost the home game 3-1 and won the away game 2-1, losing on an aggregate score of 4-3. For the Apertura 2016 season, Tigres signed Argentine forward Ismael Sosa and their second French striker Andy Delors. On the 10th of July 2016, Tigres won the 2016 edition of the Campeón de Campeones Cup against Pachuca FC by 1-0 at the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Tigres finished the Apertura 2016 regular season in 3rd place with 30 points and tied with Tijuana as the best defense, allowing 13 goals in 17 games. In playoffs, Tigres tied the first leg of quarterfinals in Mexico City against Unum by 2-2. In the second leg, Tigres beat Unum by 5-0 at the Estadio Universitario with a hat-trick of Gignac. At semi-finals, Tigres faced León. In the first leg, Tigres won by 1-0 with a goal of Gignac after a cross from Ismael Sosa at the Estadio León. In the second leg, Tigres achieved a home victory of 2-1 with goals of Gignac and Celerón. In the finals against America, the teams tied 1-1 in the first leg at Estadio Azteca, Gignac scoring for Tigres. In the historical second leg played for the first time on the 25th of December, the teams tied 0-0 and went to overtime at the Estadio Universitario. At 95, Edson Alvarez scored the 1-0 for America, and at 118 Jesus Dueñas tied dramatically and led the match to penalty shootout. Nahuel Guzman stopped 3 shots, and with Gignac, Juninho and Guido Pizarro scoring their own, Tigres became the Apertura 2016 champions. For the Clausura 2017, Tigres hired Chilean international forward Eduardo Vargas. Tigres finished the Clausura 2017 season in 7th place, with 25 points and the best defense, allowing 12 goals in 17 games. In the first leg of playoffs at the Estadio Universitario, Tigres faced Monterrey and beat them by 4-1 with Gignac and Dueñas scoring twice each. In the second leg of quarterfinals at the Estadio BBVA, Gignac scored twice for the 2-0 victory. Tigres beat Monterrey by an aggregate of 6-1 and secured semi-finals. In the first leg of semi-finals, Tigres defeated Tijuana by 2-0 with goals of Aquino and Celerón at the Estadio Universitario. With goals of Aquino and Jürgen Damm, Tigres beat Tijuana by 2-0 in the second leg at the Estadio Caliente, for a 4-0 aggregate. In the home leg of the finals against Guadalajara, Gignac scored twice and matched the score to 2-2. Tigres lost the second leg by 2-1 at the Estadio Omnilife for an aggregate of 4-3, in a controversial match where press and audience claimed that referee Luis Santander, who had refereed all of the home games of Guadalajara in playoffs, did not penalize a foul of Guadalajara's defender Jair Pereira over Ismael Sosa inside the penalty area minutes before the end of the match. Santander would later recognized and apologized for the mistake. For the Apertura 2017 season, Tigres acquired Ecuadorian forward Enner Valencia, Brazilian midfielder Rafael Carioca, and French defender Timothy Kolodziejczak. On the 16th of July 2017, Tigres beat Guadalajara by 1-0 at the StubHub Center in Carson, California, becoming the back-to-back champion of the Campeón de Campeones Cup by winning the 2017 and 2016 editions. Tigres finished the regular season of the Apertura 2017 as second place with 32 points. In playoffs, Tigres tied 1-1 in both legs against Club Leon, and by an aggregate of 2-2, secured semi-finals due table position. In semi-finals, Tigres defeated Club America by 1-0 in the away game and 3-0 in home. Tigres played the historical final against archrivals FC Monterrey. In the first leg the teams tied by 1-1, at the Estadio Universitario. In the Estadio BBVA Bancomer, Tigres beat Monterrey by 2-1 with goals of Edu Vargas and Francisco Meza. In the aftermatch, winger Jurgen Damm stated, "We knew we were facing the best team of the season, but they were facing the best team of the decade." After the fourth title since 2010, Tigres was dubbed by the media as the team of the decade. Brought to you by Wikividi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?